Welcome to the HFT Stocks and Options Commentary. I'm Pablo Navarro. Today is Wednesday, July 24th, 2013. For the Volatility Index, the dollar-weighted put-call ratio on the VIX, we have neutral readings again on August, September, and October with 37, 14, and 17% of the total premiums paid. On November, we had 17% of the total premiums paid, but it was a bearish reading. Let's go to the charts here. We have SPX down 6.5 handles for the day. This is the biggest pullback we've got in a while now. Very interesting here. We're breaking this up ascending trend line. I believe we're coming to test this area here on SPX around this previous high here, which was 1675. That's where I want to get long there. Of course, if we break intraday throughout that, I was not going to get long, but that's the point I'm looking to get long. I don't believe we're going to get any pullback further from that. So I'm bullish here on the short term, looking for 1710. That's going to be my target here. That's so far what I'm looking. Let's go to the Qs. Let's go to SPY. The way I would play this trade here, wait for a pullback here, or if you want to get tomorrow, get into a bearish position, buying long-term calls and selling lower strike short-term calls. That's what I would do here for SPY. Maybe looking for selling the 67s, 68s. I would sell the 68s here for, let's look which one. I would sell it for August. That's pretty couple of weeks, 24 days for those options to go. I would take them as soon as we take maybe use August 9th, and I take them out as we test that line. You're gonna be bearish at the beginning, and then just take off those calls and be long outrights. So that's what I would look here to do. So very short term, a couple of days, maybe 1 or 2 days bearish, and then I think this is gonna be a very nice entry point for the long side. As you know, I was bearish here in this move higher. The Qs. Here we have the daily chart for the Qs. We're catching up, as you know, with SPX and IWM. Apple yesterday, of course, giving it a boost here. Up 0.32% for the day. We're up also after hours. As you can see here, maybe, I don't know. I don't think we're getting any pullback. I talked about that yesterday because the SPX or the IWM, none of them were following this move lower here. So I believe we're going higher. You could get this trend line here, pretty much the same number, around 74.56. That's the level I've been looking here. I believe this is a nice entry point with a very tight stop, of course. Let's go to IWM. Nothing wrong happening here in IWM. Down almost 8% today, but again, perfect move higher. We have been ahead of ourselves in IWM. I would leave it alone here. For GLD, we talked about 131.3 entry to the downside. Well, we missed it. We got too greedy. We wanted to get the perfect entry, and today we were down almost 2% for the day here. Breaking that 50-day moving average. I believe we're going lower. I believe this is still a sell here. Breaking that 50-day moving average. Pretty much like Apple chart. We need to go and test that 118, 114 level. There's not a bottom yet here in gold. I believe we're going lower. And I would trading accordingly here. Of course, I wouldn't jump in tomorrow. For silver, we were waiting for 20 to start our position. We didn't get there, and again today we missed that trade. I believe we're going lower. 17 is going to be our first target once we break that 18 level we talked about. Apple. Let's get Apple chart up. Here you can see the Apple chart nicely up 5.15%. Let's call it 5. Breaking the 440. That's the important level to break. Very nice volume. I believe we have room until the 450 level. 460. On the 460 is going to be the real test. Remember, we've been in a very tight compression area. If we get to 460 and break, that would be bullish here. If we break the 440, 435 is going to be the downside risk. If we break 435, I'm getting bearish. Google. Here we have Google. We talked about being bearish, flat today, not much. Let's go with Visa. Coming out with earnings after the bell, beating estimates, and you can see it here trading at 190. Let's call it 191, 5 points up on aftermarket. Very nice chart here, still holding. Look for those highs here to be retested here, 192. Above those levels, I would be a buyer. Baidu coming out with earnings, killing them, and up very nicely here to 128. This has been a huge move on Baidu. You could see here from this higher lows, and then you see the breakout there. Very nice volume. Today we're gonna get rip higher. 128 right now. Let's look at the 1 year chart to see what's the next target. If you're in Baidu, I wouldn't hesitate to take some profits off, or at least sell some calls against it. Look at here. This is going to be the target, 134. I would sell the 135 calls tomorrow to protect in and lock in some profit.